Hey, gorgeous, let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked in on your life as a whole? Not just on how work is going, how your bank balance is looking, your relationships, but every part of your life. A chance to uncover what is thriving and where you are merely surviving. And more importantly, what is potentially holding you back? Where are you stuck? If you're in a place where everything is fine, but you want it to be so much better than that, then this episode is for you. And not only that, but I've also got a fantastic free resource for you to access. So let's get started. So we're talking about kickstarting change. Sometimes everything can feel fine, but something's a little bit off. Or maybe you are ready for a completely new direction. I'm going to be taking you through today a whole person audit. Before you go on any journey, it is so important to know exactly where you're starting from. And it's not until you gain absolute clarity on what needs to change that change can even start to happen. Sometimes avoidance, dressed up as procrastination, perfectionism, being super too busy to really focus on what you need to change, can be all too easy to do. So doing a whole person audit allows you to take that time out to properly focus and maybe face a few things that need to be faced. And here's the thing, when you do an honest, and I mean honest, true to yourself, whole person audit, you get to stop guessing what it might be that needs to change. And you get to start choosing what you're going to change next with calm, clarity, and confidence. How can I be so sure about this? Well, our brains love clarity. They thrive on it. They come up with your best strategies, your best visions, your ideas when it's in a place of calm and you are super clear on what it is that you want and which direction you want to go in. It's neuroscience, guys. When things feel messy, when things feel uncertain, when you're not quite sure about things and you're in a place of overwhelm, even if that's an overwhelm that has just become a normal level to you, then it's time to break the pattern. And a whole person audit is exactly the thing to do that. The thing I love about personal development and coaching, which takes you forward every time, is that the moment we can take you out of threat mode, that place where you feel slightly anxious and underlying anxiety that just seems to be there all the time. Maybe it shows up as overthinking. Maybe it shows up as putting things off. Whatever it is, if you start to be in that place before too long, it is only going to get worse. And that's not where we want you to be. We want you to be in a life full of joy and fun and fulfillment. So when starting to analyze anything, it is so much easier if you break it down into categories, into smaller different parts, because this is where the magic happens. Your brain can actually see with clarity where it is on each part of your life. When we break it down, your brain activates something called the default mode network. And this is the part of your brain that is responsible for reflection and helping you make sense of things. And thanks to neuroplasticity, we now know it is totally possible to rewire your brain, establish new habits with ease, shift old patterns and beliefs, and focus your energy in all of the right places. That's exactly what this audit does. I've had clients refer to this exercise as a way of unpacking in a really simple way so that you can see each area of your life with absolute clarity and be able to then make the decisions about what you are going to do next. So before we dive into this in much more detail, I just want to say, hey, I'm Sara. Welcome back to Start Over and Rise. And if you're here for the first time, come on in and join join us, you are very, very welcome. This is the place for ambitious, joy-seeking midlifers and beyond who want to not only enjoy their next chapter, but live a life full of fun, freedom, and fulfillment. Okay, let's get back to it. So we're talking about doing a whole life audit. Now, you may have heard of an exercise called the Wheel of Life. This is so much more than that. On the Wheel of Life, you simply gauge one particular area of your life and you rank it from 1 to 10. But this audit that I have devised goes to that next level. Now, I'll give the link to you at the end, but I just want to explain a few things first so that you can understand why I've done that, why it goes to the next level. Here's something I really want you to take in, and it's called the ripple effect. When one area of your life isn't working, it's very rare that it stays in its own lane. That thing that isn't working and the ripple effects of it will start to seep into other areas of your life. And it's sneaky because it doesn't necessarily just happen all in one go. For example, you might be unhappy at work and you think to yourself, it's just work stress. But before you know it, you might be snapping at your partner, maybe not being as tolerant with your children, or you're finishing work, feeling drained, flopping onto the sofa, reaching for a glass of wine and forgetting about going to the gym. And after a while, clearly that impacts on your health, on your relationships, and your general sense of fulfillment. Maybe your relationship is feeling a little bit disconnected and things feel off and you're not really sure why. By not addressing it, not having that difficult conversation about what's really going on, you're finding yourself walking on eggshells around each other, or maybe not even speaking to each other. This is a huge pressure on you, and you can find that it really stops you being able to focus and in other areas of your life. It can drain you, it can affect your confidence, and it can make you really indecisive. If you start doubting yourself with regards to a relationship at home, it will seep into everything else. Maybe it's money. Maybe you're falling behind with the bills, you're stuck in a job that you don't enjoy and it's not paying enough. This is the kind of thing that is going to keep you up at night. It's going to affect your sleep. It's not an anxiety that just stays within the bank account. And here's the thing. When we're in it, we can't always see it. We don't see the connections. You just feel tired or snappy, or like you've just lost your mojo. And that's why this whole person audit is so important. It's super powerful because it helps you spot the hidden link between what's not working and what it's actually affecting. And the beautiful thing is, I say this all the time, is once you can see it, you can start to do something about it. So here are a few more examples, because sometimes it's those things that can suddenly make a connection and help you have an aha moment. An obvious one, but neglecting your health leads to low energy, which makes fun feel like a chore. Feeling directionless and having a lack of purpose can lead to doom scrolling, procrastinating, self-sabotage, and all of that will quietly kill your confidence. And here's a really common one, and one that I am so glad I completely sorted out. Cluttered and chaotic environments can bring you down so subconsciously. Environments that don't feel safe can impact your mental health and, of course, your motivation and confidence levels. And as a recent empty nester, I can definitely vouch for this one. Loss of identity after a big change in your family dynamic. Maybe the kids are leaving home. Perhaps you're post-divorce and you're handling 50-50 co-parenting for the first time, or something as simple as being made redundant. That loss of identity can leave you feeling a little lost and directionless. That definitely can have a ripple effect. So you can see why it's so important to get a handle on this and check in with yourself. You don't need to do this every single week, but if you haven't done something like this for quite some time, it's probably the time to do it. We live in such busy times. Our lives are so fast paced. To be able to sit down with a cup of coffee or your green tea and just take an overall look at the whole of your life can be invaluable. And so I encourage you to do this today. So what are the 10 areas? Well, these are the areas that through my experience of being a start over coach tend to come up the most. And they are money, career, health, fun, environment, community, relationships, love, growth, and purpose. And in each of those sections, there will be 5 questions for you to answer. They will come in the form of statements, and you will rank them between 1 and 10. 10 being absolutely nailing it, happy as can be, and 1 being, yeah, maybe you're not satisfied or happy in this particular area in your life. By doing this, you can really start to segment everything and see what is really working and what needs some attention. Think of it as an honest reflection of what is really going on in all areas of your life. And here's why I love this so much. It will make it so much easier for you to prioritize where you want to start. What kind of changes do you really want to make? So no more trying to fix everything. No more feeling like big drastic moves need to be made. No more overwhelm. This audit reveals exactly where you can start the minute you get your results. And that means that you can start to take small actions and really build momentum. That is the whole purpose behind everything that I do. Change can be tricky. Change can be uncomfortable. But when you master what change is actually all about and how quickly you can actually rewire your brain, reframe what's going on, and set yourself on a path that you truly want to be on, then, my friend, it saves you so much time, effort, money, and heartache. So many people, especially in midlife, when you've had some curveballs thrown at you, or you've just reached a crossroads in your life and it's time to make some new decisions. So many people waste months, even years. And I say that 100%. It took me a long time. But now that I've worked out what the secrets are behind speeding up change in a healthy and manageable way, then I want to help as many people as possible. You can be working on goals that you really want to achieve, but if you are stuck in an old mindset, it's never going to happen. And we are so good as humans at avoiding things that are going to cause us pain, that are going to cause us emotional upset. We don't want to go there, right? But here's the thing. Change is uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar. But the minute you start to nail these particular strategies and marry them up with new thinking, oh my goodness, things can change very, very quickly. So doing this audit cuts through confusion. It will help you fast track your personal growth. It will help you fast track the change that you want by highlighting blind spots, mindset blocks, and the hidden areas that can keep you stuck. And this is the starting point. It's a reality check, it's a pattern interrupter, and it will help you see what needs to be released in order to make space for the new. Staying the same for too long in a place where you don't really want to be tends to occur because you either don't want to face something you've got to change because of the potential ripple effects, or it's because you simply do not know what to do next. But I'm here to tell you that this is not only exhausting in the longer term, but it's also totally unnecessary. You don't need to stay stuck. You can empower yourself right now by taking this quiz. Okay, so let's not waste any more time. You can go on over to saraburton.co.uk/audit. Now, I know I said there's 10 categories with 5 statements for you to rate, but it really won't take you very long. And yes, it does ask for your email address, but you are free to unsubscribe at any point after that. You'll also see how my 5-step start over and rise method can support you with the next stage. Once you've got your results, you can decide what you're going to do next. And if you're ready to go deeper and actually make shift happen and put those changes into place, then the doors to start over and rise are opening on. And by doing the audit, you are also going to get an extra special exclusive offer to make it as easy as possible to come and join my community where we implement, where we actually make things happen. Go on over and take that life audit. It's totally free. There's no obligation to do anything with it further, but it might just give you that level of clarity that sparks you to kickstart your start over and rise from where you are right now to where you want to be in any or all parts of your life. Will be no holding you back. That inner critic, that old identity that you have outgrown, it all needs to be faced, understood, and replaced with confidence, clarity, and self-trust. And that is exactly what Start Over and Rise, the online program, will give you. Freedom. Freedom from your past, freedom from old patterns that no longer serve you, and freedom from that self-doubt that keeps your potential locked up. It's time to set yourself free. So where are you resisting change? What would happen if you gave yourself permission in that area to start over and rise right now? If you want to experience a true freedom, the kind that is energizing, is exciting, and allows you to create a life that truly fits where you are now and where you want to go next, then take the audit. It is the fastest way to kickstart that change. It's free, it's powerful, and it will change the way you see your life. And as ever, I am here cheering you on. And if today's episode has made you think and you feel compelled to go and do the life audit, then please like and subscribe or give me a follow. Thank you so much for joining me again. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.